to my YouTube channel. So today I am filming a video which I have been putting off for months. I've been putting it off for various reasons, and I feel it's time to share those reasons and maybe explain why things are a little bit different. And so as you may have all have gathered, I've been doing the law of attraction for around about 4 months now, and it has been the best thing I have ever done. And I wanted to do these videos to help inspire and bring, you know, this incredible thing I've learned to so many more people. And I just want to say in advance, if you don't want to watch this and it's not interesting to you and you're not open to listening, or like you're not interested basically, then please just don't watch the video, because this is something which I feel really passionate about. And I was kind of apprehensive, I guess, of putting this on my channel because I feel like I've been lying to myself for a very long time. So when I first started this YouTube channel, God, nearly 2 years ago, no, it must actually be 2 years ago now, you know, it was all money saving videos, and you know, I still want to do that. That hasn't changed, you know, my situation hasn't changed. I still love couponing, I love money saving, and I want to make those videos. But the real, like, the truth of it is that I'm not going to be able to make those videos every single week. Like, my situation has changed. I can't make those videos every week, and as much as I would love to, you know, the coupons aren't always going to be there every week, and the money saving tips, you know, I can only say so much. So I will make them for everyone who is asking. They will still be on this channel, but I've incorporated my blog a lot more into this channel now, with beauty, home, hauls, favourites, and it seems to be working really well. You all seem to like it, so I like how I have that balance. But this is something I want to also bring into the channel, and I make videos to feel good, and because I enjoy making videos and I enjoy seeing all your lovely comments, and I enjoy giving to people. I'm a giver, and I want to give this information to you. It's only positive. Like, it's not a religion, it's not a cult, I'm not forcing it on anyone. I just want to share my experiences of life with you. That's all this is. And if I can help at least one person just find a little bit of, you know, clarity in their own life and direction and positivity, then that's all I want with this. So I don't know how obvious it is. I look at my videos and I see it, but a lot of, like, my friends and family have said you really can't tell, but I can obviously tell because I know how I feel. I haven't been happy making videos in a very long time, and that is for a various number of reasons. Not because that I don't enjoy making them. It was the content I didn't enjoy making, and my private life was being turned upside down. So back in, I think it was like May, I didn't even upload a video for a month, and that was because I had to deal with some really bad shit. And I'm here now, 4 months on, and it has been a roller coaster of a journey. If you don't know how I started money saving, I was in a really bad relationship before, and I was left in £7,000 worth of debt, and I was a victim of it. I was a victim, and I didn't play the victim. Like, I never thought, you know, but I kind of used it as my strength. I used it as, you know, look at this really bad situation, but you know what? So much fantastic things have come out. And going through this next phase in my life, which I've had since April, I've been learning to look at things completely different. So what I'm going to discuss is not a pity party. It's not, oh, look at me, I'm a victim, feel sorry for me. I don't want that. I want you to watch this and think, oh my God, she is her own saviour. Like, that's what I want, because this time around it's so different. It's, you know, it's shit what happened, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but what's happened has been the best goddamn thing to ever happen to me. So many of you will know that I've been doing the law of attraction for quite some months now, and I've been talking about it on a lot of my channels, and you know, I've been just trying to introduce the idea, and a lot of you have been interested and don't even know what it is. So there is a lot I need to cover there. You know, I was going to do a success story of like, here's everything I've manifested, you can do it too. And there's, you know, probably a lot of information you want, like, what is it? Where do I go to learn this? Like, what do I do, sort of thing. So I thought today I would start off with just a really simple video just to introduce the concept and what books I read. So how I got started with it, basically, because I think that's a really good place to start. And I'm gonna have to tell you why I did start. I didn't want to bring this up, but frankly, I can't really discuss something that's changed my life without discussing what happened. Yeah, I want to discuss this once and never discuss it again, because frankly, these people don't deserve the energy, the time, or anybody's sympathy. So yeah, today I'll do some other videos about like different techniques I use or things like that, but I think it's just good to start with something really basic, go from there. So there will be a few of these videos, but like I said, it's not going to be for everyone, and this is something I'm going to include on my channel because it can help so many people. And the law of attraction is basically like the law of karma. If you believe in karma, if you believe in fate, if you believe that, you know, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, then this is something I promise which will just transform your life. And I would admit I've gone into this very heavily. I have, you know, done some incredible things with what I've learned, and that's amazing. That's what I wanted to. But even if you don't want to do that and you just want to do the positive thinking, that's absolutely fine. Like, there's no rules or what you should and shouldn't do. Like, it's completely tailorable to your lifestyle, to what you want to do, what you want to achieve. So 4 months ago, well, you know, I moved into this flat last November. I moved in with my ex-boyfriend, and all was well. Literally, all was well. I thought that my life was finally like sorted. When I moved into this place, it was all happy. Well, so I thought it was. You know, I felt like my life had just begun and I'd got back on track and that everything was going my way. And it was going my way. Like, I want to just put that clearly. It is going my way, and it has literally gone my way since the day it all happened. I think probably people who have gone through this will know exactly what I mean, but I thought I knew this person. I thought I trusted this person and was going to spend the rest of my life with this person, but I really didn't know them at all. And what has come out since and what has been proven, I hated myself for a long time. I was angry at myself. I was like, how could you not see this? Like, how could you not know it was happening? But now I look at it and I think that it wasn't my fault. Like, it wasn't, and I'm not a victim of anything. This is a blessing, what's happened, and my life has got so much better in so many incredible ways since this person has left my life. It's just complete confirmation that it just wasn't meant to be, and that something far greater is literally waiting for me now and around the corner. We split up, and since we split up, he left the flat and he hasn't paid since. So I kind of felt like I was in the same situation as with the last guy, because I was left in debt, a very different debt, obviously, because it was, you know, a property and I was going to be made homeless if I couldn't pay for it. But this person really showed their true colours, and I was facing eviction, I was facing debt, I was facing a heck of a lot of things, and I had to get up every day and pretend like everything was fine. And it was soul destroying. I'd been lying to myself for so long about who I was and what I wanted in life, and I think we can all say we've been in a place in our life where we've surrounded ourselves by the wrong people and been dulled down, and, you know, I felt I had to be someone for so many people, and that wasn't me. I wanted to be me and I wasn't. And I think you can tell in these videos, if you watch from videos like over the last year to now, you will tell how happy I am, how passionate I am. And having, you know, my business to support me this whole time has been incredible, because it has given me drive, it's given me motivation, and it has got me up every day, and it has got me through all of this. It's only literally in the last 2 weeks I've found out the whole truth about everything that happened, and I'm so strong now. As much as I'm tearful, I am so strong and so happy and so surrounded by such true, genuine love now, that I feel that I can't, like, it doesn't affect me anymore. The truth of the matter was that I clearly didn't know this person at all. Obviously, I've been left to pay the rent. I've been left with a heck of a lot of stuff to deal with and cope with, and I was heavily, heavily depressed when we split up, and I had to deal with that. And that was actually quite an interesting thing, because I kind of felt like the law of attraction had helped me overcome my anxiety and depression, but as soon as he left, it went, and I didn't have anxiety anymore. I've gone to London by myself. I've done incredible things I never thought I could ever do without any help or change at all. The only change was I wasn't in that relationship, and I'm not going to sit here and say that he was the cause of it, because that's wrong and that's not true, and I'm completely responsible for my own health and my own actions. But something wasn't right, clearly, and now it feels right. And knowing what I know now, like, I blamed myself for a long time, but I realised that I wasn't the issue. And Abraham Hicks is an amazing speaker, and Esther and Jerry Hicks, who, like, you know, do the YouTube videos and stuff, they deal a lot with cheating. And this woman was like, did I deserve to be cheated on? And it made me realise that no, I didn't deserve to be cheated on at all, and it is not right on any level. And I'm so glad this has all come out, because it has literally lifted such a weight off my shoulders, and I finally feel that I'm living a true, honest life now, that I'm the person I'm meant to be, and I'm on the right path, and that is all down to the law of attraction. And what they said, which really resonated with me, was the fact that when, you know, think of it, if I say vibration, you're probably not going to understand what the hell I mean, but in the law of attraction, you talk a lot about, like, your vibration and, you know, being happy and your vibe. So let's call it a vibe, because that's probably easier to understand and get your head around. So if you can imagine, if you will, that I was depressed, low, I had no love for myself, no respect for myself, no self-confidence, it was all gone, and I was down here with the people in my life. And then I step up, get anxiety free, get happy, change my life, have incredible people come into my life who inspire me, build me, and make me happy. I finally respect, honour and love myself. I have confidence. I'm a completely new person. You think, are those people gonna mix? No, they're not. And people have said to me, you know, you've changed, but in a good way. Everybody has said you have changed in an incredible way. You're finally you again, you're happy. And to be honest, I haven't been happy in probably like 5 years. Like, and that is the honest truth, because I've gone from that relationship into this relationship into, oh my God, like, I've been with two absolute dickheads, and I don't want to sit here and feel like a victim, because it's not like that at all. I look at the first relationship and I think, right, that was shit, but what has come from that? Incredible things. Like, my whole life has transformed incredibly since that relationship. So now I think that, you know, this is like a heck of a lot worse, and like extremely more emotional, you know, hurt and upset as well. And I think, oh my God, if I had that much abundance, happiness and incredible blessings from just that, I've got nothing to worry about. And I realise now that I'm out of the situation, that I'm out of, you know, that, I don't know what the word is, I'm just out of that situation. I can see the bigger, clearer picture. I see how unhappy I was and how I was just trying to be someone I wasn't, and that just wasn't my life purpose. I'm a giver, I'm a lover, I want to help people, and I was just being influenced by the wrong people, and that was as simply as it was. So I hope you see the difference. That's all I want to say on the matter. That's what it is, and you can now probably, you know, see why I wanted something positive and happy in my life to help me get through this. So I have been doing the law of attraction without really knowing what it was since I was the age of 16. I used to do meditation when I was 16. I was always interested in sort of Buddhism and spirituality, and yeah, I used to do meditation, and in that place I would go to, I would, you know, just put out what I wanted in life. You know, like, I wanted to meet, you know, a nice man, I wanted to have kids, I wanted to be successful, I wanted to run my own business, you know, things that I wanted in life. And I don't know why I did it, like no one told me to do it, I just went and did it. And I can tell you now, that was how many years ago? Oh, I feel so old. That was 7 years ago now, and I can 100% tell you that everything I asked for, I have, apart from Mr. Right, obviously, but that will come in time. So it does work, and I proved to myself without even knowing that it works. And when I found the law of attraction, it was like a breath of fresh air. I was like, this makes so much sense. So what is the law of attraction, and what is it? Well, it's not really a religion, but you can obviously tailor it to your religion. So I do believe in God, but I wouldn't class myself as a Christian as such. And, you know, it's kind of just seeing it as the universe, I guess. So you don't have to call it God, you don't have to call it anything. You can just feel that there's a greater power out there which wants you to be happy, it wants you to succeed, and it wants you to do, you know, life wasn't made for suffering, and life wasn't made to work 9 to 5 to pay bills. It was. So the main kind of get your head around it gist is that life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So if you're negative, low, always thinking the worst is going to happen, and, you know, just expecting the worst and surrounding yourself with negative people, then guess what's going to come into your life? All of what you don't want, negative, because you're sending out a negative vibe. You're saying, I'm happy with this, like I can tolerate this negativity. So that's what was happening to me. I was just getting shit and shit and shit because I was tolerating that, and I wasn't true to myself. So it's kind of the theory of like positive thinking, and that if you live a positive, honest, true life, that amazing things will happen. And it's so true. I mean, that was probably like the worst explanation ever of it. It's basically positive thinking, and that you can attract anything you want into your life, and I have proven that. So since this has happened, my life got better and better and better. Within the first month, I became officially debt-free. So for 4 years, I've had this debt around my neck, and also I had the pressure of paying for this flat by myself as well, because I didn't come into this flat to pay all of it. Like, you know, my income wasn't enough. So to then have to pay double was a scary factor. So to start off with, I was like, I want to be debt-free. I want my past in my past. I don't want to bring it forward into a new relationship. I don't want to have it around my neck anymore. I didn't deserve either circumstance to happen, and I don't deserve for it to dwell and bring me down. And within 5 days, literally 5 days, the money came. I was debt free, and it was the best feeling in the world, because I just thought, oh my God, this works. Like, and the money that came wasn't planned. I didn't know it was coming. I had no idea. And it was a life-changing amount. And it was the best thing to ever happen to me. And then, you know, a lot of amazing, positive, incredible people have been brought into my life. Situations which have been, you know, frankly challenging and character building. These people have got me through it, and these people are incredible. And for the first time in my life, I actually have people around me who love me for who I am. They love me and I love them, and my relationships with my family have got better. Literally everything has got better, and I'm happy. I love, honor and accept myself. For the first time, I look in the mirror and I absolutely love what I see. And that's not a vain thing. Like, I don't want you to think, oh my God, she's a bit up herself. But it's just, I'm just happy, and I wouldn't change anything. Like, I actually wouldn't change anything. And to sit here and say that what's happened to me over the last 4 years is a blessing is crazy, because most people would probably just think, oh, like, you know, they would play the victim, and quite rightly so. Like, it's so easy to fall into that victim mode of, I didn't deserve this and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I take responsibility for what happened as well, not because I deserved it or I did anything to deserve it, but because I allowed myself to tolerate it. I allowed myself to stay in that relationship for longer than I should have. And I know now I've learned a heck of a lot of lessons. I've learned so much about life, about myself and what I do want to do, and that helping people and inspiring people is what I want to do. I've gained an Etsy business from this as well. So, you know, I started making positive, inspiring prints for people, and that's certainly something I never ever saw myself doing. So you can see how when things go right and things happen for you and they're amazing and positive, you know you're on the right path, and I know I am on the right path, and it's leading to great things, and it can for you too. So I'm going to shut up about like what's happened and what's happened for me, because, you know, I want to show you it works obviously, but I don't just want to focus it on me because that's ridiculous. So the books I would suggest reading to get you started with this is a lot of people have heard of The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's an amazing book, but I honestly wouldn't waste your time or money reading that. It's good, don't get me wrong. If you prefer to read things, then by all means get it. But I will link below the video because they did a documentary on it, so they turned it into a film basically. I would simply suggest watching that for free on YouTube and then buying the second book, which is called The Magic. I keep buying this book and then keep giving it away to people. So I gave my last copy away to someone literally the other day, so I don't have a copy to show you, but it's called The Magic and it's by Rhonda Byrne, and I suggest watching the videos I'm going to put in the description box below first, then buy that book. It's $6.99 on Amazon, so it's not too expensive, and in that book has a 30-day plan of how to transform your life, how to see instant results, and I was seeing results within the first couple of days. So this stuff works. I promise it will be so worth the $6.99. So if you want to just kind of be a bit more positive, have some happy things come into your life and manifest, you know, maybe a new job, you know, a partner, whatever, love, kids, whatever you want to manifest, that would be a brilliant book to get you started with basically. Then after you've read that, your life will be transformed, your thoughts will be transformed, you'll be positive, you'll be happy, and you'll be like, oh my god, Emma was right. If you want to go on and do some further reading, some great people, actually, I'll tell you some great people to watch. Tony Robbins is an incredible human being. I literally want to meet him and give him the biggest hug ever, because what he has done for my life is, he doesn't even know, and it's incredible. So on Netflix, he's just released a new documentary called I'm Not Your Guru, and watch that, because that will put your whole life into perspective and you will think, oh my god, I've been so ungrateful. And I always thought I was a grateful person. I always thought, you know, I've always said please and thank you. I've always been grateful for everything that's been brought into my life by the universe or God, whatever you want to call it. And I realised when I watched these things that, oh my god, I'm not grateful. Like, I'm really not. I take so much for granted. So that's completely changed now. And the key to all of attracting this is not just simply asking for it and believing you will see it, receive it, and it comes to you. It's about being grateful for what you have. You have to be grateful for what you have to attract these better things into your life. Because think about it as a gift. If I was to give you a birthday present and you weren't grateful for it and you were like, oh, that's all right, and you know, chucked it to the side, would I go and buy you another birthday present? No. So look at it like that. You have to be grateful for everything you have in your life currently to get the better things. So gratefulness is the massive factor of the law of attraction, and it will transform your whole life, because when you're feeling grateful for all the bad things that happen in your life, and Tony Robbins is a great speaker of this, you know, he said if you're going to blame them for the bad stuff, blame them for the good stuff too. So, you know, I blame that situation for making me a confident, strong person who has achieved so many of their goals in such a short amount of time, is doing incredible, and I finally have a new lease of life and I feel incredible. So yeah, I do blame him for that as well, which is perfect really, because when you look at the bigger picture and you see what you've gained from such a bad experience, and you know, I'm not saying that this is like the worst thing that's happened to anyone in the world, because it's not, but it puts it all into perspective that you could be going through so much worse, and you need to be grateful for what you have. And what I have now is 100% better than anything I left behind. Tony Robbins is a great person to watch, so watch that on Netflix. It's currently on there and it's incredible. Then another great book, which I would suggest reading afterwards, if you're not spiritual, then I don't think this book is for you. But if you believe, like, you know, in, I don't know, it's a spiritual book, I'm not gonna lie. It talks about angels, it talks about raising your vibration, and you'll learn what all of that means through reading these books. And you know, there's some great people on YouTube as well. It's not all about buying books. Some great people to watch is Jack Canfield, I think he's called. He's a great person. He's written a lot of books. Abraham Hicks, of course, that's a great person. Wayne Dyer, he's an incredible person and his videos are really inspiring. I mean, it's all kind of the same thing really, but they all have different ways of looking at things. And Rhonda Bryan obviously is a great person to watch. There's so much you can watch, and I think I'm just gonna overload this video with so much information that everyone's like, ah. So I will be doing like videos about different things. And if you have any questions about things or anything you specifically like to know, then please put it in the comments below, because then I know what to talk about next time as well. So I'm not just blindly filming and not actually giving helpful information to people, because it is so much to take in, honestly. Like, I didn't even know where to start today. So Raise Your Vibration by Kyle Gray is a fantastic book. It teaches you how to heal, how to like, and honestly, I swear down that I would not be as healed as I am now if it wasn't for this book. It's all about asking for help, asking, you know, overcoming and realizing your true potential. Yeah, I would just definitely recommend reading this book if you're a spiritual person and you want to take it to the next step. It's not going to be for everyone, but it's definitely a fantastic book. Another great book which I have found is by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So this is the Abraham Hicks thingy. I don't know what to call it. It's called Ask and It Is Given. This book I wouldn't recommend as a starting point. It's very in-depth, very it's very descriptive, and it baffled me when I first read it. Like, it's only really taken me now 4 months on to fully understand the concept of what they're talking about and everything. So I wouldn't advise reading this first, because it will just confuse you more and more. So I would read this later on down the line if you want some like advanced reading maybe. And it's just a great book, and their YouTube videos are incredible, so watch their YouTube videos. Then recently I've come across Gabrielle Bernstein, and she is an incredible she calls herself the Spirit Junkie, and she's an incredible person to watch. She's got amazing YouTube videos as well about literally everything. Again, maybe a little bit more of a more spiritual book, but it all ties into one another. It really does. And you'll just realize that all of this just makes sense, and it is just how you look at things. It honestly is. Like, the reason why we feel so down, so depressed, so victimized, and so, you know, the reason why we attract these things to ourselves is because we're just simply looking at the situation in the wrong way. So I promise you this works. I'm going to be doing more videos about like, I want to do a success video story about like everything I've manifested, because some of the things I've manifested is literally like, people who were with me at the time, like their jaws hit the ground, like, so, and it made me shocked as well. So I do want to share that with you, but I would like to do some more videos maybe about, you know, different techniques and what works, what doesn't work, top tips maybe, I don't know. So please do let me know what you would like to see. This was just a brief introduction. I felt I had to tell you what has changed in my life, because so much has changed, and I felt like I was just lying, like, and covering it all up and not being honest to myself, not being honest to you guys, not being honest to my friends and family in my life. So yeah, that's what's happened. We're drawing a line. I'm not a victim. Like, it was honestly the best thing to ever happen to me. So check the description box below, because I'll be linking lots of useful information, tools, videos, and free stuff, because there's lots of free stuff for the law of attraction, which is good. And please let me know what you would like to know. If you have any questions, I will happily answer them for you. So I hope this has been a, you know, a informative, interesting video for you, and maybe an insight into amazing things that you could transform your own life with. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, questions maybe, or any suggestions you have of maybe some future videos I should do. I feel a lot better now I've got that off my chest, and like I said, it will never be discussed again. Onwards and upwards. So much amazing stuff is happening this month, and there's just so much to look forward to and so much to be grateful for in life. So there's no negative in it. Like, there's literally nothing negative that has happened in the last few months, apart from realizing your self-worth and realizing, you know, that I wasn't being who I was meant to be. And you know, I'm still going to be doing money saving. I'm still going to be, because like hell, I still need to save money now, don't I? I just got a new situation to save money for. So I of course will be still saving money. I'm still going to be doing my blog. Everything's going to still be running. I'm just in a really, really happy place in my life now, and finally I can get on with everything that's been holding me back. So I hope this is, I just want to give people hope. I want to be like, you know, you can get through this. This is all just temporary, and what's waiting for you in abundance. Like, I just see it as karma. Like, karma is the best way to explain anything. Like, what goes around comes around. So what you're putting out into the universe is what you're going to get back. So if you're putting good, positive vibes out, you're doing good, you're being honest to yourself, and you're just loving people and being amazing, amazing things are going to come back to you. So if all of that was confusing, just look at it like karma. That's the best way to explain it, really. So thank you guys for watching my video. I'm glad I've finally done this, and I hope to do many more videos about how this has changed my life. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely week, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again, and I will see you in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love!